Good and evil. Sometimes the difference between the two is a sharp line. Sometimes it's a blur. Sometimes we have to do things outside of the law.
We're gonna make a difference. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but we are.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Native Thoughts review. This time a television series, Netflix original Daredevil. Quick summary: Brian Cox's Daredevil. Just character summary. Vincent D'Onofrio, I believe that's how you say it, as Rhino. I mean, not Rhino, my bad. Kingpin. Sorry about that, everybody. Confusing because they look alike. Yeah, this is real quick. Daredevil was Matt Murdock, who was blind as a kid. His dad was a boxer. He becomes a superhero, a blind superhero. That's what it is. Handicapped superhero. That's what you want to call it. Whatever. I love Daredevil as much as I fucked that up right now with the whole Kingpin and Rhino, but that's an accident that happens. I always loved Daredevil as a character because I read it as a kid and I always thought it's a great character. It's a great way to do, and how defect you are in life, you could always be great. Stuff like that. Same way as Spider-Man. Real quick, don't want to give away too much of it because it is one of those things that if you give away too much from it, you may not really enjoy it. You might be kind of disappointed. But Daredevil is a show, Netflix, owned by Marvel, and real quick, just want to give you a quick summary for it. What I thought of it is entertaining at best, but I was bored half the time. There were some episodes that were lingering episodes in which you have its origin stories. As much as I wouldn't like to see an origin story because I know the characters. I know some people don't know the character that well. You do get origin stories, somewhat of an origin story by flashbacks. You even have an origin story for Foggy and Matt, and then the Kingpin also, stuff like that. Even for Ben, the character of Ben Urich, the reporter who plays a big part of the shows and the comic book series. One thing that I would have to say is, as I was saying, is entertaining. Okay fight scene, the choreograph is like whatever, but it does really do best with him try to be more logical than fantasy with the whole fight scenes of him being blind, but he was trained as a martial artist and whatnot. And I do think there was some things that were boring. Some episodes had the long lingering episodes, but I think any show must have that because it's part of what it is. It's part of what it's supposed to be. That way the story could be longer, you can understand more of the characters. That's what usually happens in almost any show. It could even be a sitcom. As I was saying, it was boring at some points, but it picked up again with some certain episodes. One thing I would have to say was I was disappointed on some parts. Disappointed in the way that the characters that I knew from the comic books reading Daredevil growing up, characters who are a bigger part of the story of the whole legacy of Daredevil happens. I'm not gonna tell you what happens. I'm just saying some things happen to them that could have been so much more in the upcoming as the series went on in past or future season. They could even be characters that would be brought up in Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist, since they're all in the same little universe and somewhat town. Some also they could have done so much more with their characters, and I feel like they're just there almost like a Walking Dead, in which they want you to kind of like forget about them. And we're gonna bring fresh faces later on the show as it goes along, and that's all I have to say really from it. As I was disappointed, I do think Vincent D'Onofrio, as I say, D'Onofrio, whatever, he does a great job as Kingpin. That whole, because Kingpin not just he looks fat, but it's all muscle, but that muscle makes him big and looks fat. The clothes that he always wears, and I think as the comic books and the cartoon went along, they always looked as fat, but it was mostly on muscles. Was disappointed about the suit. Real quick, I wanted to see the suit earlier the show, sooner than when they showed it to us. That's the thing that I was disappointed also, because I'm like, it's great with the whole ninja style and shadow in the dark, like Batman style, stuff like that, like black suits who blend in with the shadow, which is great, things like that. But the thing, give us just right off the bat, give us Daredevil. That's all we have to care about. But I do understand that there are people who don't understand the characters, who don't know the characters, who want to start fresh. I don't know anything about Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, or Iron Fist. I want to see how they do Wilder's story because I don't know. I want to know more. I want to know a not a bad origin story, but a somewhat okay, better than what was done here. Budget is okay on this. I mean, I'm not gonna be picky with the budget, but there are some cheesy things. As much as the Flash or the Arrow, or even Gotham has some really cheesy things. It is what you're gonna get with these type of superhero shows. I want to see this going on. I want to keep seeing what they do with it. Another thing is that I hope I hope it does well with the next forays of telling the Defender story. Another thing I want to say is that this Karen Page character, there's a lot of secrets to it. If you read the comic book, she has a lot of hidden secrets. As much as the show also gives you a lot of hidden secrets about her backstory. That they don't explain it, but hopefully later down the road they do explain it. Another thing I have to say is just that I hope you watch it. You should watch it. Entertain it. I would say like you are gonna have those really foray-ish boring episodes, but every show's gonna have that as its first season, and maybe even as the season come along. The only thing I have to say is short video and audio review. If you're listening to this on SoundCloud, you could watch this audio review, and to a video review on YouTube, Native Thoughts. And if you're watching this on Native Thoughts YouTube, you're watching the video review, you could listen to this exact thing, same thing on the road, wherever you're on the run, your exercises, doesn't matter, on SoundCloud, Native Thoughts Podcast. That's the only thing. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy everything of the show going on, because it is an entertaining show. I don't want to give away too much because it's a show that I feel like if I give away, it's going to be something that it shouldn't. And it's so soon. It's barely a couple second, third day that it has came out, and I don't want to give away too much for it. I want you to watch it and entertain it. Hopefully you like it as much as I liked it. I liked it at some point. I want you to like it way more because it's something you should love it, because I love Daredevil. I love that character. I want to see a Punisher, but if they fix some things going on with this whole universe of Daredevil. But the only thing I say, Brian Cox did okay. The blind part where he was Matt Murdock was kind of like whatever. I felt like he was sometimes looking at the characters or looking at the lenses, but he has to act like he's blind. He did work. Rosario Dawson, which I thought was great. She was phenomenal in this. Like I said, everybody, you could listen to us on SoundCloud. You could watch us on YouTube. It's Native Thoughts, and I hope you have a good night. Good night, everybody.